to another edition of QuizCraft, where I'll be testing your video game trivia knowledge, all for your chance to win 500 bucks. I'm your host, Tiff Official. Thanks once again for joining. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. This week, as you may have noticed, I'm going to be testing what you really know about retro video games. Plus, because we're nice, and if you're paying attention, we'll be doing some coin drops for you lovely, loyal viewers. Some of you are kind of new to the platform, new to StreamCraft, so for your information, a coin drop is when a streamer or a fellow viewer chooses to give away some of their coins. So you might see a little bluish, tealish box show up on your screen. Hit that fast, claim some coins, and you can use those for props, do another coin drop, to subscribe to your favorite streamer. You know, they're pretty dang useful. So pay attention, hit fast, get some coins. You're welcome. Now, on to how the actual quiz works. I know you want to win some money today. I'll be asking you 15 video game related questions, all retro this week, and you'll have limited time to answer each one. If you get them all right, you win. And if you follow us on Facebook, you have a little extra bonus. Some of you made use of our bonus entries, so you'll only have to get 14 questions right. You know who you are. Stay tuned. We'll let you know if you made use of that extra point. To answer the questions, you should see a link on your screen, surveymonkey.com/r/quizcraft. So you head on over there and you enter in your StreamCraft username, and then that's how you play. You may have noticed the answers are blank. Well, that's because you have to listen, pay attention to know what is actually going on. So that's surveymonkey.com/r/quizcraft to participate. Seems like you're all hopefully ready, paying attention. Stop fighting in the comments over who's going to beat Handtown League. The answer is all of you, because he's not very good. Anyway, let's get on to the quiz. Question number 1. How many coins did you have to collect to gain an extra extra life in the original Super Mario Brothers? Is it 100, 999, 9,000, or 5? You have approximately 10 seconds, so get an extra life by collecting some coins. Hopefully easy for you. On to question 2. Who is the main antagonist in the Sonic games? Is it Bowser, Dr. Eggman Robotnik, Nurse Joy, or Stop Signs? So the main bad guy in Sonic, he loves to run, so maybe Stop Signs could be the correct answer? Who knows? On to question number 3. What anti-cheating feature was added to pinball machines in 1932? Is it 4D cameras, pinball bouncers, tilt, or increased cost? So yes, people did try to cheat, so either cameras, bouncers, tilt, or an increased cost was implemented to stop them. On to question number 4. In which country was Tetris invented? Is it A, the USA, B, USSR, C, Antarctica, or D, the Mushroom Kingdom? Tetris invented in the 80s, so when that iconic Apple commercial came out, MTV, and also, of course, Tetris. All right, question number 5. Who designed the original SimCity? Was it A, Will Wright, B, Steve Jobs, C, Michelangelo, or D, Frank Lloyd Wright? So these are all designers / architects in some way, but only one will get you closer to $500. Okay, question number 6. What are the names of the bad guys, the antagonists in Pac-Man? Is it A, Fear, Doubt, and Jealousy, B, Twilight, Sparkle, Rainbow Dash, and Rarity, C, Cubert, Peter Pepper, and Dig Dug, or D, Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde? So a major hint for you, Pac-Man is up against 4 ghosts in the game. Right, on to question number 7. In the original Ice Climbers, what was Popo and Nana's mission? Is it A, recovering stolen vegetables, B, scaling the grouse grind, C, rescuing their other sibling, Hentao, or D, defeating all enemies? Poor Hentao is just getting reamed out today, but, you know, those are obviously the right answers, guys. Question number 8. What are Tron's difficulty levels named after? Is it A, Dragon Ball Z, B, Full House, C, programming languages, or D, the game developers? Or an extra special option E, named after something Jeff Bridges does? I don't know, he's in both of the movies, the new one and the old one. Okay, question number 9. What newspaper is the Paperboy delivering in the game Paperboy? Is it the StreamCraft Synopsis, the Daily Sun, the Notebook, or Metro News? Might be a game many of you have not played, but it's a classic, with the Paperboy delivering one of these options. Question number 10. What animal is Donkey Kong's movements based on? Is it a blue hedgehog, a yellow mouse, a cheetah, or a horse? And I decided not to be super mean and make gorilla as one of the options, because that's not one of the right answers. Hedgehog, mouse, cheetah, or horse. One of those is correct. On to question 11. Which game won the very first Game of the Year award? Was it E.T. the Extraterrestrial, B, Call of Duty, C, Space Invaders, or D, Centipede? And to clarify, this was the very first electronic gaming awards, otherwise known as the Arcade Awards. The very first one was one of these. Question 12. Where was Pong's first home version exclusively released? Was it Sears retail stores, Home Depot, Blockbuster, or Chuck E. Cheese? And this was something I didn't even know that Pong ever had a home version, but it was apparently released Sears, Home Depot, Blockbuster, or Chuck E. Cheese. Question 13. Which Mario game first introduced the world map? Was it Super Mario Odyssey, Super Mario Bros. 3, Luigi's Mansion, or Mario Pinball Land? Oh, the map wasn't always in the games, but it's now a staple. So either Odyssey, Bros. 3, Luigi's Mansion, or Pinball Land introduced it. Going on up to question 14. What was the first game that included an Easter egg? Was it A, Contra, B, Bubsby 3D, C, Sea of Thieves, or D, Adventure for the Atari? Another iconic introduction. Games now pretty much always include an Easter egg, but what started the craze? Right, getting harder. Very last question, number 15. What game does George Costanza from Seinfeld have a high score in? Is it A, Frogger, B, League of Legends, C, Tetris, or D, Mrs. Pac-Man? Getting really obscure for you guys, but I promise you, if you get this right, you definitely know your knowledge. Frogger, League of Legends, Tetris, Mrs. Pac-Man. One of those 4. So we're through, guys. That was definitely a harder round of QuizCraft, so I feel like I've been taking it easy on you. So stick around, we're gonna go over the answers and also, as promised, do another coin drop for you guys, so stay tuned. So we'll just flip right into question 1. The coins that you need to collect to get an extra life in Mario was 100. So the very first game, Super Mario Bros., let you earn up to 128 lives, but in the NES version, if you got 1 more life, you actually got a game over if you died, because it's essentially technology, bleep, bloop, boop, something went wrong. Question 2. The main antagonist in Sonic is Dr. Eggman Robotnik. So what I learned, actually, in the original English instruction manual for Sonic, his name was Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Meanwhile, in the Japanese manual, it was Dr. Eggman. So it wasn't until 1999 in one of the English versions that he was called Eggman and Robotnik all in one. Question number 3. The anti-cheating feature was tilt. So tilt literally is for if you're shaking, lifting, moving around the machine way too much. So when the mechanism was activated, the machine ends the ball in play and usually gets rid of your bonuses. So it's a pretty good anti-cheat feature. Question 4. Tetris was invented in the USSR. So my hint, that wasn't really a hint, as Tetris is from the 80s, so when Cold War was still going on, therefore USSR, not Russia and other countries. Hopefully you guys got that one. Question 5. The designer of the original SimCity is Will Wright. And SimCity being one of the most influential computer games ever, I also included, to try and trip you up, one of the options, Frank Lloyd Wright, who is a famous architect, like I sort of mentioned. You might know his work in New York, the Guggenheim Museum, pretty famous dude. Anyway, question 6. The antagonists in Pac-Man are Blinky, Pinky, Inky, and Clyde. So these 4 cute little ghosts all have their own personalities and behaviors. Like the blue one, Inky is fickle, so sometimes heads towards Pac-Man, sometimes away. So look them up. It's pretty cute to learn their little backstories. Question 7. Popo and Nana, their mission is to recover stolen vegetables. So they're climbing up mountains and then fight a giant condor bird. I tried to find out why they're recovering vegetables, but couldn't find anything. I figure it's because they're in such a cold climate. Maybe fresh produce is hard to come by. Okay, question 8. Tron's difficulty levels are mostly named after programming languages. So some of those languages include JCL, OS, Pascal, etc. So kind of cool tech vibes all up in there. Question number 9. The newspaper that the Paperboy is delivering is the Daily Sun. So the aim of that game is to perfectly deliver the Daily Sun to your subscribers for an entire week without crashing, and you even have like a handlebar control to drive around and avoid stuff. Pretty fun. Question 10, Donkey Kong is based off of a horse. So the animators actually did try to film real gorillas for reference, but found they were too slow and ungainly, didn't really look cool, and they wanted DK to be all acrobatic and, you know, jumping, doing all these ninja moves, so a horse made more sense. Question 11, the game that won very first Game of the Year was Space Invaders back in 1980. So Atari actually hosted that same year the very first esports event, which had over 10,000 participants. So they were just killing it back in the 80s. Question 12, Pong's first home release was in Sears. So Home Pong became Sears' most successful product at the time, which earned Atari a Sears Quality Excellence Award. Very neat. Question 13, the Mario game with the world map was Super Mario Bros. 3. Well, that game is the 3rd best-selling NES game, having sold over 17 million copies worldwide, and it is one of the best. Question 14, the first game with an Easter egg is Adventure for the Atari. Now this is a pretty interesting backstory. Atari didn't want credit scenes with all the game developers and workers' names on it like we typically see nowadays. So employee Warren Robinett secretly inserted that it was created by him in the game. And they didn't find it till way later and figured it'd be too hard to get out, so thus introduced the very first Easter egg. And lastly, question 15. You guys really know your obscure retro video gaming knowledge. The correct answer was Frogger. So in the episode, George has the high score in Frogger on the machine. He's trying to move the machine across a busy street to save it. So they actually reenact how the Frogger game works. So he runs forward, there's a bunch of cars going, then he runs back. Pretty funny stuff. You should check it out. It's good times. And yeah, that is the quiz, my crew. I do believe there's another coin drop coming for you. So are you prepared to tippity tap? Claim those coins? I believe in you. Be paying attention. So while we're doing that, and you guys are gladly accepting your coins. We'll do our calculations, and I'll also do a little self-promo in the meantime. So as many of you have probably seen, we have a couple awesome events going on right now. So first up, we have our swag giveaway. If you're not following us on social media, well, first, you're wrong. And two, you should, because we do awesome stuff like this, like giving away gaming chairs, keyboard, a mouse, really amazing stuff. So check out that swag giveaway. Make sure you enter. Share with all your friends. It goes on to the second also is our first location. So the total prize for that is people won! Oh my gosh, you guys are smart. Like, I actually legit thought no one was gonna win this week. I was trying to make it a little harder because, like I said, I thought maybe we were going too easy on you. But we had some winners. Looks like 4, right? Yeah. So we got John Cena, Adidas, Silver, and Chevalier. And then some of you were almost there, but not quite. So maybe, you know, maybe do the bonus point next time. But congrats to, I'm trying to see these 4. Oh. Yeah, Chevalier is keeping up the winning streak. I think you won last week too, man. So good job. Yeah, and then we've got 3 people, like I said, who got 14s. Almost there. Almost got it, guys. Anyway, it's enough of my blabbing. Next week, guys, make sure you tune in. QuizCraft will be centered around Slay the Spire to be in tune with our game challenge. So lots of research ahead for me because I'm not too familiar with the game. If you like, feel free to send in some questions, suggestions, and I will take a look. Hope everyone had an awesome, amazing time. I sure did. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope to see you next week on Thursday, same time, same place. Have a great Thursday.